Jonathan, do you have time for an interview after the meeting? Jonathan. Jonathan?
We do have public comment on the agenda. Mr. Bradley?
Thank you. On my copy of the agenda, under number H, the board is expected to will consider to authorize superintendent to hire individuals needed in order to fully staff for the opening of the 2014-2015 school year. Am I reading that accurately from the agenda that I was given? Does everybody have the same agenda that I was given?
That was part of page 9.
Page 9, everybody has the same agenda? Okay. Who put that motion on the agenda?
We developed the agenda here in the district, and that's on there. It has been on the last several years.
So who put this one on the agenda?
That would be me. I'd recommend that.
You put it on the agenda for the board.
Correct.
Did the board decide to rewrite this one? At all? Even consider an executive session after they got a copy of this agenda to look at letter H and consider rewriting it at all? Or any adjustments or any edits?
No, because that's the way it has read for the last several years, due to the fact that school opens August 25th, and we've always given any superintendent in the past the authority to make sure that we are fully staffed. So if somebody resigns, like from now until we meet again August 25th, we can have somebody projected to fill in for a position if it may be first grade. Okay, so that has been in the past.
Is someone going to resign for first grade between now and then?
No, something could happen.
Okay. So this is just a caveat, a carte blanche caveat that the board is electing to consider giving to the superintendent with no limits.
There would, well, it would have to be a resignation or something that somebody all of a sudden got very ill. And
Okay.
Mr. Bradley came back to us and said, you know what, guess what, we have a language arts teacher who's ill. We need to make sure that we get on board to try to post for it and get somebody in.
So who on the board is going to add those limits onto this motion before it gets called? Would that be you, Larry?
No, I'm not going to add it because
Bill,
I
would you add it?
you want to interrupt me? I
Yeah, I will
trust
interrupt
Mr.
you.
Cleveland.
It's simply yes or no. Will you add it?
No.
Okay. Rocky, will you add any limitation on at all to this motion prior to again? Andrew? Mr. Yenser?
No.
How? You have to have some knowledge to understand that some limitation should be put onto the superintendent by the school board. Will you edit this motion prior to voting on it?
Well, you brought up something that's given me some things to think about. At this point, though, we've done it and we've had no problem with the limitations as far as the hiring process being on the personnel committee.
This is the same guy, we're just going to get more people from Berwick to come in here and transplant them? Are we hiring locally? Are we reviewing anybody that's at all? Any limitation in the least? Yes or no? Are you going to limit the superintendent by the direction of the board? The board runs the show. Are you going to put any limits on your superintendent? Yes or no?
Not right now, no.
Thank you.
No,
Gloria?
because I trust Mr. Cleaver and he will inform us anything.
Yes or no is fine. Okay.
And your 3 minutes
Steve?
are getting close.
Okay, that's fine. Well, answer faster. Yes or no?
No.
Laurie? Wayne? No. Okay. Nobody else has the power, just those people? Okay. And then the last part of my 3 minutes is I noticed that my agenda is missing the addendum. Does anybody else have the addendum that is missing from our agenda? Who authorized the addendum that's missing from the agenda?
This was just done out of executive session, and this was a proposal that was done last June, okay, that the board voted upon.
So you have from June till now to do it, and it's getting onto the agenda at the last minute today now?
No, this was, as I said, we had personnel matters discussed.
So when did this get added to the agenda?
This addendum just came on board,
On board when, Gloria?
just after executive session.
Who wrote the agenda addendum?
We did as a board.
We did as a board?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And it did not get onto this publication?
Because An addendum, just like other addendums in
We
the
understand the
past.
definition of addendum, Gloria. It's every year they have to pass this motion of what you're gonna pay this guy. Every year you gotta do it. You said this one's been on you said H has been on the agenda for how long?
No, no.
Every year, dogmatically.
You misunderstood me. He has a 3-year contract. The
Okay.
board voted last June to extend it. Now we have to give him a salary for that extension of the year. That's the end of the discussion.
So the $129,000 you're gonna give him is because of the end of the year?
That is what the board.
Because his extension ended. When did his extension end?
The board voted on that.
And it was a 3-year contract, so you had 3 years to decide?
His 3 years are his contract in June, and then the board had already voted. to
How long was the
extend
extension?
1 year.
Okay, so for 12 months, you had this opportunity, and you wait until the last minute, you do it as an executive session and put it on as the addendum?
My 3 minutes are up.
Confusing.